Hey y'all, how you doing? You know what to do. Come on in, double tap in. Hey, hello. Drop them puzzle pieces and let me know what program you are in. RN, LPN, BSN, Accelerated. If you're not an N, maybe you're an RT. Maybe you're a CPHT. Maybe you're an R or a PH. Whatever your alphabet is, let me know. And let's get popping. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. Uh-oh. Hey, Lantra. All right, accelerated. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. All right, my YouTubers. Hey, how y'all doing? Hello, hello. I'm here. I made it. Hey. Hi. Y'all do me a favor and share this live so that other students who have started last week and who are starting tomorrow can get in on this too. Because we all want to pass dosage. We defeating dosage all 2025. Nursing get degrees or at least pass dosage calculations. Y'all double tap in and let me know which program you're in. LPN second semester starts tomorrow. You got your first day of the school year outfit ready? Hey, I am good. I'm doing well. Happy Sunday, Vivian. Thank you. All right. Let me get these problems pulled up and we can get cracking lacking. So, hey, everybody who knows me or who does not know me, I am Narcia Blessed RN. I've been a nurse for 15 years collectively. I was a pharmacy technician before I was an LPN, before I was an RN. So, if you're wondering, well, how is she going to break down these dosage calculations? I got experience. Okay, I am seasoned. Thank y'all for the gift so far. Thank you so much. I see y'all made it. RN first week over and dosage is giving me headaches every day. Okay, well, let's get it. Let's do it. Let's do some dosage calculations. Some calculations. All right. So here we do not do math. I know you're like, it's dosage calc. It's supposed to be math. No, we don't do math. We don't do math. What we do is puzzle pieces. So dimensional analysis is how we're going to be solving all of our problems tonight. So if you want a better understanding on dimensional analysis, you come to the right place. So I will be using DA, but we're using puzzle pieces. The goal, which is what the question is asking, is going to be what the puzzle should look like. That's what the equation needs to be after we have canceled all of our units out. Then we are going to cancel out our units by putting the pieces of the puzzle together. The puzzle pieces include your metric conversions. So if you're starting and you don't know where to start there, okay? Learn your metric conversions because it's going to be so much easier when you know those metric conversions by heart. Oh, thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it. And for an order of business, I know y'all have been attending the fume and looking about the repass of TikTok. It don't stop here, okay? So we are streaming live right now to YouTube. So once we get done studying, you can watch the replay. Go to the YouTube and hit subscribe now because after the 19th, I don't know what's going to happen, okay? But I want to help you and continue to help you through all of your semesters, okay? Because nursing dosage calculations does not go away. Yes, Courtney. Yes. Exactly. Tell them the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. So let's get started. We'll start off with some easy conversions and then we'll work our way into some hard things. Now, I've had several people kind of reach out and ask about some questions. So yeah, we'll see what we can get into tonight. LPN second semester dosage test on the 29th. Okay, all right, let's do it. So what is this question asking us? It is asking us to find milliliters, right? This is just a simple conversion from cups 2 milliliters. So I'm going to write my goal. That's the first thing I'm going to do. First things first. Keep your goals first, okay? So we're looking for milliliter, okay? Now I need my puzzle pieces. My puzzle pieces are information that's pertinent from the question. So I know I'm going to need 7.5 cups because that's what I'm converting. I also need a conversion from, whoa, what happened there? I know I wrote out cups. Did it just like do something crazy? Don't start Apple Pencil. Cups. So then we need cups to milliliters. We don't have well, we do have one. We have two ways we can do it because 1 cup equals 8 ounces. And then we know that 1 ounce equals 30 milliliters. So 1 cup will equal 240 milliliters. So you can either remember the 8 ounces conversion or you can remember the milliliter conversion, okay? So I'm going to show you the long way just to show you how these puzzle pieces work, okay? All right. So I know that 1 cup is 8 ounces. And then I know that 1 ounce is 30 milliliters, okay? So you see, I just went from unit to unit using the conversions that I knew by heart, okay? So first things first, what is the goal telling me to start with? Milliliters. It's going to be first and it's going to be on top. We always start with our goal here. When we start with the goal, you don't have to go and look for it. Everything else that comes behind it, you know, has to be crossed out and canceled out. I do have IG and Facebook. All of my socials are in the link. Yep, I am on both of them. So, like I said, it don't stop. I know people are like, oh, we're going to boycott Meta, whatever. It's students everywhere. It ain't that deep for me. I'm just trying to stay connected, okay? Yes, 1 cup is also 240 milliliters. So, if you knew that that conversion was 240, then you could use that as well. I said I was going the long way so I can show you how the puzzle pieces work, okay? So, listen. All right, we're going to start with milliliters because that's what the goal tells us. But Carlina, it's upside down, okay? Flip it. What do we say we wanted it to be? On first and on top. So I'm going to put my 30 mLs on top of 1 ounce. So just because I flipped it, I repositioned that puzzle piece does not change the integrity or the contents of that puzzle piece. It's just repositioned, okay? So the sooner you get that concept down that you can flip things, the better, all right? So now we have ounce at the bottom. I've used that. So I'll use this. 8 ounces is 1 cup. Ounces crosses out. And now I have cup at the bottom, okay? And now I can put my cups because I've used that. So it'll be 7.5 cups. And anything that is single or by itself, I'm going to put over 1 because 7.5 cups is just 7.5 cups. That 1 shows you that 7.5 belongs in the numerator, okay? And not the bottom. So everything has been canceled out, as you see. So what's on the bottom has to go on the top to be canceled out, and they must be the same unit of measure. So we've gotten through all of that, and now our problem is set up so that we can do the math, all right? So 30 times 8 times 7.5. And I don't know where my calculator is. It's in front of my face. Here it is. See? And you don't need a fancy calculator. This one is just the basic functions, but you do need the square root if you are doing body surface area, okay? So 30 times 8 times 7.5, and that's going to be 1800 divided by 1. So anything divided or multiplied by 1 is going to be itself. So it's 1800 milliliters. Do we have any questions? You took your med test and passed it. Negative soul. All right, congratulations. Yes, I do. I also do IV calculations. I do have some drip problems, some drop factor problems tonight. I also have an IV course. So I've got the course. I have a workbook. I have quizzes on my website. I have videos on my YouTube. There is absolutely no reason that we should let dosage defeat us. We're going to defeat dosage. All right.
Thank you for this. I'm currently studying this to get ready for your first semester. Congratulations. Hey, how you doing?
How's it coming, Glam Fears? Are we doing safe dose tonight? I can throw one in there. I didn't have one queued up, but I can throw one in there. First day is tomorrow. I know. Okay, so that was your metric conversions. So somebody asked me about this one, which is 5 liters equals how many cc's? So 1 cc equals 1 milliliter. A cc is a cubic centimeters. A lot of hospitals and institutions don't use cc's anymore. They say milliliter because when you write cc, it can look like something else. So this is kind of archaic, if you will. Big word, big word. No, I'm just kidding. So that is first. All right. So we know that 1 cc equals a milliliter. So our goal is to find out how many cc's, right? So we have 5.5 liters. So I know that we have liters and we have, of course, cc equals milliliter, right? So that's got to be over here. And then I need to know how many liters are in a milliliter. So I know that 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. Okay. So we're going to set it up. So what are we looking for? CC. Okay. So then we could put, excuse me, I thought I had a cough and a burp come at the same time. Y'all excuse me. All right, so we've used that. So we know that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter, right? And then we have our 5.5 liters, and it's just by itself. So everything crosses out except for what it is that we're looking for. CC. So you see how you see CC. You see how when you start with the goal, you don't have to go looking for it. You know that everything else that comes behind it has to be canceled out. So a lot of people are like, I like to start. I'm still here. Oh my gosh. It hadn't did that in a long time. Okay.
Maybe it's the snow melting still. Okay, all right. So boom, 1,000.
Times 5.5. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was just like, no, don't you disconnect. We got too many people starting school tomorrow. So this would be, okay, 5,500 cc's. Okay. Make sense? Make dollars? Make sense? All righty. My book is helping you, Toy. I'm glad. I'm so glad. All right. Taria, how you doing? She's freaking hilarious. I got my second dosage count on Tuesday. Okay, that's what's up. I don't want TikTok to get banned.
I don't want it to get banned either. I'm going to really miss like the setup like this. But of course, I will be on YouTube, okay, doing the live sessions,
same time, same days. So don't think that I'm going away and you won't get to study. We are going to study. You have a dosage workshop tomorrow morning. I need to do a workshop. I don't know. New students, I watched her live Sunday and Wednesday for a month before starting school. And okay, you take your test tomorrow. You're welcome. In the fun HQ of TikTok. I know, right? The only dosage count I got wrong was when I forgot to label mine milliliters or liters. Ash, come on now, you got that. I have to retake my dosage quiz tomorrow because I got an 8 out of 10. Do you have to get a 10 out of 10? Thank you so much, Ash. I appreciate it. All right. So, no questions. Let's keep moving. So we've got somebody who has a fever. Oh man, you only missed it by one. Yeah, May. I start easily, kind of to get us all warmed up. Okay, and then we go into some stuff. Okay, I promise I got some stuff for you. I got some stuff for you. I got some stuff. Okay, so acetaminophen 500 milligrams Q4 Q4 hours. PRN has been ordered for a client who has a fever. Acetaminophen 160 milligrams per 5 milliliters is available. How many milliliters will the nurse administer to the client? So, what are we looking for? What is our goal? It's asking for milliliters, okay? So, I want to point out something. If it doesn't ask for milliliter per day, milliliter per hour, milliliter per dose, it is to find one dose. What's the name of the course? Dosage calc, okay? So this is just for exactly one dose, all right? So what's ordered is 500 milligrams. That's one dose, okay? This right here is the frequency. That's how often you would give a dose in a day. Because this is not asking about how many milliliters per day, we don't need to know how many doses are in the whole day, right? So it's fluff. And the more that you kind of do these problems and walk your way through it like that, exactly, it's fluff. So if you haven't been here before, fluff is my word for useful information at the bedside, not necessary to answer the dosage calc question, okay? So some of that stuff is kind of thrown in there and it does not fit to what the question is asking for. So it's fluff. All right. And then what's available is 160 mgs per 5 ml. All right. So let's see who's been looking. What is the goal? The goal is milliliter. What are we starting with? Milliliters, okay? So it's this puzzle piece right here. I'm going to flip it, okay? So 5 ml over 160 mgs, okay? Now I've got my milligrams at the bottom. I can put my milligrams at the top, okay? So 500 milligrams, and it's just by itself. So I put it over 1, and then everything is canceled out except for the goal. Okay. And if y'all are not writing out like the puzzle pieces in your goal, try it, because sometimes these problems can be really wordy and kind of lengthy and you'll get overwhelmed. So when you pick out your puzzle pieces, put them to the side, write your goal. You're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. See if that helps. Unrelated, can you use the puzzle piece method for pediatric? Yep, absolutely you can. You can. You sure can. All right. So 5 times 500 divided by 160 equals 15.625. Okay. What if this asked us to round to the nearest tenth place? What would our answer be? Alrighty. It'll be 15.6. So when you're rounding, okay, you start at the place that it tells you to round to. So that's the 6th. So because it's the 10th place, right? Then you go to its next door neighbor to the right, 1 decimal place. So that's the hundredths place. If that number right there is 4 or below, it's a no-go. If it's 5 or more, you raise the score by 1, okay? So since it was a 2, we're not going to round it up. It's just going to stay the same, and then the rest of it falls off. And then 15.6 milliliters would be your answer. Because as Ash said, she got the math part right, but you have to label it too, because they won't give you your points sometimes, okay? So make sure you label and make sure that you round. I need a hug. Oof, math is so draining. Flamingo, I would give you a hug, but we're not doing math here. We're doing puzzles. All right. All right. So let's get into some stuff. This looks different because we got some, and do not forget the 0 before the decimal. Absolutely. Absolutely. All righty. So the order is for KCl, which is potassium chloride, 0.525 milliequivalents per pound by mouth, okay? Available KCl 10 milliequivalents per milliliter. Okay, how many milliliters of potassium chloride will the nurse give to the patient who weighs 65 kgs? Y'all, thank you for the gifts and for sharing the lives. Y'all do me a favor, just double tap in between questions because I know you were working it out and you're anxious to see what it's going to be. So we can let the FYP do what it does and get as many nursing students as we can before it goes off air. Oh, all right. So listen, what is the first thing that we're going to do? I see you, Toy Toy. The first thing that we're going to do is find the goal. I was hurt. I put 0.25 and it was marked wrong. Oh, man. Well, you learn. You learn. Sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes, you know? All right. So, how many milliliters? Okay. So, what are my puzzle pieces? My order is 0.525 Meg the Stallions, no, it's MEQs, not MEGs, per pound. Okay. PO is just the route, how it's going to get inside of the body. All right. What's available is 10 MEQs per milliliter. And then our patient weighs 65 kilograms. So, what are we going to start with? Milliliter. Okay. So, this puzzle piece right here has the milliliters in it. What am I going to do to get it first and on top? I'm going to flip it. So, milliliter over 10 MEQ. Okay. Now, so I've used that. Now I can put my other milli equivalents on the top, right? 0.525 MEQs per pound. All right. So MEQ crosses out. Trying to keep up with y'all's comments. If this app gets banned, where can I find you? I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, and most of all, I am on YouTube. Because we're on YouTube right now. Hey, YouTubers, thank y'all for tuning in and participating in the live in the comments. Okay. So all of my links are in my in the bio. And the link to the workbook is there. The link to the website where you can do practice quizzes are there. The link to the videos that got the breakdown. The link to the replays. All of it is there. All of it. Okay. So next we have pounds at the bottom, right? Because we've used this. Our weight is in kg. So we know that there is a conversion from pounds to kg. So I'm going to put my 2.2 pounds at the top and my 1 kg at the bottom so that my pounds cross out. Okay. See, it's reversed this time. Usually it's 1 kilogram at the top and pounds at the bottom because we're switching from pounds to kilograms. This time we're going from kilograms to pounds. So you just have to pay attention to what it's asking you. Okay. And so now I can put my 65 kilograms on the top and everything is now crossed out except for milliliters, which is what the question is asking us to give it. Okay. Thank you for the heart me. All right. So 0.525 times 2.2 times 65 divided by 10. I got 7.5075. So we round this to the nearest tenths place. Our answer would be 7.5 mLs. That wasn't too bad now, was it? What y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? What is the reception of these puzzle pieces? Does that make sense? The whole puzzle piece analogy and how we're just basically taking pieces of information and putting them together. That's all dimensional analysis is. You had a glitch? Okay. It's getting better. All right. So if you're not good at math, and even if you are good at math, I still like this way. Now I like this way. I didn't like it in school, but now I like it. Wouldn't suggest anything else. What is the goal? With the goal, why isn't it a fraction like the past ones? So this one is just asking for milliliter. It is a milliliter per day, per dose, per minute, per hour. When you have that per, that means that your milliliter is going to be on the top and something is going to be on the bottom. Okay. Not when I hear your voice breaking it down is better. Okay, Toy Toy. It just take practice too, y'all. This don't happen overnight. It don't happen overnight. You have to practice. So if you're looking for my practice, my workbook that I just released has over 300 plus problems in it, and breakdown, and step-by-step guide, and little puzzle pieces, and fluff alerts. So if you want to do some more practice on the website, I've had quizzes, and they have the videos that show you how to do the problems before the quizzes. So it's there. Okay. Um, I never had any knowledge or idea about what dosage calc was about, but this channel has helped a lot. Well, I'm very honored to help. Does desired over half method is easy, or DMD? I think desired over half is easy at first, but then when you get into stuff like this, then it gets real. It gets real fast. Okay. So this is a heparin problem. The website, it's abrntutoring.com. It's in the link is in my bio. Thank you for sharing the live. Oh no, I told y'all we go slow, and then we go from 0 to 100 real quick, real fast. Okay, but it's okay because we're gonna break it down. It is just us. I rather you figure it out and get all the kinks out and work it out together, and then go into the class and rock it. Gonna be up there like Mufasa, Aaron, Pierre. All right, it does. I had a question like this on my exam last semester, and it tricked you up. All right, so look, let's dive into it then. All right, a client has a heparin drip infusing at a rate of 18 milliliters per hour. Okay. The concentration of the drip is 25,000 units of heparin and 500 milliliters of D5W. Okay. The latest PTT, because you have to take labs. No, Lewis. No, you got to figure this one out. So you call, okay, it's the latest PTT was 37, so it's too low. It's not therapeutic. So the heparin protocol calls for an increase in the drip by 2 units per kilogram per hour. The client weighs 85 kgs. What will the nurse set the pump to deliver the new rate in milliliter per hour after the adjustment? D5W is dextrose 5% in water. It is a type of solution that you'll learn about when you start school. It's just an IV solution. That's what the heparin is swimming around in, right? So you can't give anything that's whole. Like, you can't crush up a pill and put it in a vein. It's got to be dissolved in liquid, because if you put something in the vein, it's gonna clot up, it's gonna kill your patient, and then they're gonna die, and then you'll have to go to court, and you might have to go to jail and all that stuff. Okay, so that's what D5W is. I know. So anywho, let's look at what's going on. So they got an IV going of heparin, right? The lab came back and it said it was not enough. So they have to increase the rate by 2 units per kilogram per hour. Heparin is a weight-based drug. The orders are however many units per kilogram per hour. So this is a 2-step problem, okay? We're going to have to find out how many units per kilogram per hour this is already going at, and then we're going to have to add 2 units to that and find out what's the milliliter per hour. Okay, now lift your head up. We lift our head up and look to the hills from which our help cometh. Okay, we got this. So look, we're going to take our puzzle pieces. So this is how fast it's going. Okay, this is the concentration of the medicine. And somebody sent me this, and I was real excited when I saw it, because I was like, ooh, it's a little funky. Okay, we don't care about this. That's just the lab result, okay? And then we need, so this is what the new drip is. So we need to hold off on that for a second. We're just trying to find out how many units per kilogram per hour they're receiving now, okay? So that's 85 kg. All right. So what are we going to do? What is going to be first? My units of measure that's at the top is units. So I want to start with that puzzle piece. So it's first and on top. All right. So that's going to be 25,000 units, okay, per 500 ml. Cross that out. So now we got milliliter at the bottom. So I need milliliter at the top. That's this right here. 18 milliliters per hour. It's hot in this house. Well, I'm just a little bit amped from doing these problems. All right. So now we got units at the top. That's goal number 1. We got hour at the bottom. That's goal number 2. Now we need kilograms. Where is the goal telling you to put the kilograms? At the bottom. So that's why I'm going to put these kilograms at the bottom. So you see, we're not doing any type of math. We're just simply placing puzzle pieces. All right. And now we've got the third goal. And that's it. See? So, I keep losing my calculator. So 25,000, it keeps running away from me. 25,000 times 18 divided by 500 divided by 85. So y'all see how I keep everything in a calculator? I'm going to tell you how to do the calculator trick. Because usually you like calculate, write it down. Then you calculate the bottom and you write it down. Then you put the top divided by the bottom in the calculator. All right. Do you have any suggestions for anyone who teaches in lives using desired over half? Nope, I don't know anybody who teaches on the live sessions that does desired. I'm sorry. I put some hither and thither, but dimensional analysis is my boo thing. Sorry. So listen, what I got was 25,000 times 18 divided by 500 divided by 85, right? So I got 10.58. So let's round this. We'll keep it right there. So that's how many units per kilogram per hour that they are receiving right now, okay? I can't use the calculator for your dosage cal test. No. No. How do you know to find units per kilogram per hour instead of just milliliter per hour? Okay, so you've got to, it's a 2-step because you need to find this. But in order to find milliliter per hour, you have to increase the rate by 2 units per kilogram per hour. How many units per kilogram per hour is this already going? So that's why we had to find that first. So now we could add 2 units per kilogram per hour to this number. So our new rate would be 12.58 units per kilogram per hour. Okay? So stay with me. We're almost done. 12.58. I'm just going to write it up here because I got to erase the rest of it. Okay? So we found the units per kilogram per hour of what this is already going at. So you use the rate that it's going in, the weight of the patient, and the concentration of the medicine. Now, in order to find what the question is asking us, which is milliliter per hour of the new rate, after you have made that 2 unit per kilogram per hour adjustment. This one was a really kind of advanced problem. I was excited to see it, but you might not know where to start on this one. It's really advanced, okay? This was a little booger, but I like it. All right, so boom. The goal is milliliter per hour now, right? So our new rate is 12.58 units per kilogram per hour. The patient's weight is 85 kgs. And then, of course, the medicine is 25,000 units in 500 ml. So now we can see what milliliter per hour is, okay? So we'll start with milliliter on the top and we'll end with hour on the bottom, okay? So we have 500 ml over 25,000 units. And then we'll do our 12.58 units per kilogram per hour. Boom, boom. And then we'll do our 85 kilograms. And that's milliliter on the top. Boom. Hour on the bottom. Do-doom. Okay. So 500 times 12.58 times 85 divided by 25,000. It's going to be 21.83. No, sorry, 386. Dyslexia kicking in. Whoop. 386. So if this asks us to round to the nearest tenths place, what would our answer be? This is on YouTube. We're Barbie, we're not using that other 18 milliliter per hour because that was the rate that it was already going in. So this is the scenario that's happening, okay? Because I believe that we can
Figure out how to work stuff if we know what's going on. So this is what is already going, okay? You got a heparin bag and it's already going at 18 milliliters per hour. When they did the lab work, because you have to draw labs, APTT or anti-XA, while the patient is on heparin to make sure that they have enough that's in the blood, whether it's therapeutic, if it's too low, or if it's too much, okay? If it's too much, the patient's gonna bleed out. If it's not enough, then the patient's gonna form clots, which is why they are on anticoagulation. So it tells us that the lab came back and it was this. So it wasn't enough. So therefore, we have to increase it because heparin is dosed by unit per kilogram per hour. So it says to increase it by 2 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighed 85 kilograms, and the question wanted to know, what will you set the IV pump after you have made that adjustment? So you first had to know how many units per kilogram per hour that patient was receiving, which is why we first used the rate that it was going at, the patient's weight, and the concentration of the heparin. So we found how many units per kilogram per hour by the setup with the puzzle pieces, and that was like 10.58. Then we added 2 units per kilogram per hour because it had to be titrated up. So titrate is big word, change the rate of the IV. Okay? So that's where we got the 12.58 from. So that is the new order. Okay? So then that's why we put it over here and use the patient's weight again because it's a weight-based medicine and the concentration of the heparin, and this is the new rate. So if we rounded it to the nearest tenths place, because most pumps can go to the tenths place, it'll be 21.4 milliliter per hour. It takes practice. Pick your head up. This, like I said, this one was a booger. I looked at it and I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And I was like, bam, this is what we're gonna do. Anybody have any questions about this one? My mouth got dry. This is good stuff. Thank you for taking the time to teach. You're welcome. I am honored and glad to help. Y'all want to go to the next one? Wait, will this live session occur when TikTok? Yes, Gyro. It will be on my YouTube channel. As long as God has the breath in my body and this is his will for me to help, I will do these live sessions. They will be on my YouTube. You're not only a tutor, but a pretty one too. Oh, thank you. I don't look like what I've been through, child. God is good. All right. So Lex, that was a whole lot of steps. You can look at the replay and you can kind of slow it down and replay it, rewind it on my YouTube. Yeah. With these setups, how do you know when to divide and not multiply? Sierra, when you put your
problems together, your puzzles, your puzzles are setting up your number to be in the position either where they are on the top or on the bottom. So once everything cancels out, the numbers are in place. So you multiply across the top, you multiply across the bottom, and then you divide the top by the bottom. Oh, I was supposed to be showing y'all how to do the calculator trick, right? Because you're wondering, how come I didn't write all of this down? Well, I'm going to show you why. Okay, so when you are just keeping it all inside the calculator, which saves you some time because I know y'all have time tests, right? You put in all of your numbers across the top. So I'm going to put in 500 and multiply times 12.58 multiplied 85, right? So that's the end of that top line. You hit divide, and then you put all of your numbers in on the bottom but in between those you hit divide. So 25,000 divide, and then 1. I don't put the ones in because they don't make any difference. And then you hit the equal sign one time and you get your answer. Y'all got it? I tutor one-on-one for chemistry in A&P 1. That's too many children. This is my baby. That is too many children. You said chemistry and anatomy and physiology. Oh my gosh. Who's good for chemistry is Professor TK, the chemist. She's on here and she has a YouTube channel. Khan Academy is good for anatomy and physiology, and that's on YouTube. Okay. I meant to do this one earlier. It was like a tablet one because it was easy. All right, drops per minute. Alrighty. I'm gonna say the steps of the calculator trick on every one of them. So if you're like, what was that again? I'm gonna tell you again, okay? You truly are a blessing. God said, thank you. I just want to bless others as God has blessed me. Any pharmacology, they said Pixmonit is good for pharmacology. Lord, I'm not in nursing, but I'm over here watching like I have a test tomorrow. Well, Cameron, we have fun here. It's just a real laid back type of situation. We put together puzzle pieces and we defeat dosage. So you're welcome to stay. Order 1.5 liters of normal saline to infuse over 10 hours. On hand is IV tubing with a drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. Calculate the flow rate in drops per minute, okay? So, what is our goal? What's the goal? The goal is drop per minute. Okay? So now, with IVs, you can give an IV two ways. You can give it on a pump, which is electronic infusion device, or you can give it via gravity. This is gravity. So it's just going to drip, 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 drip. And you have to count the number of drops per minute. So that's why you are asked for drops per minute, okay? With your IV questions, okay? You are looking for volume over time. Okay? Volume over time. The total volume that they want to be infused over the infusion time. If you see something that says every blank hours, that is not what you're going to use, because remember what we said every indicates, that's the frequency. That's how many times you would give that IV, not how fast they want it to go in, okay? All right, so this one, what is your volume that it gives you? What's the volume? Your life on YouTube. Fantastic. What? I can't put my life on YouTube. So the volume is 1.5 liters, right? What is the infusion time? 10 hours. Okay. And then your drop factor is 20 drops per milliliter, right? Okay, so let's set it up. What is the goal? The goal is drops on the top, minutes on the bottom. So what am I going to start with? Drops. So that's this one. 20 GTT over ml. Okay. Now I have milliliter on the bottom. So I need milliliter at the top. But this is in liters. Do I convert anything before? I don't. I leave it exactly how it is. Okay? So I know that 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter. So my milliliters cross out. And then I can do my 1.5 liters over 10 hours. So I just did a liter to milliliter conversion and then put my liters on the top. If you don't, and I did this the long way because, yes, I could have easily said 1,500 milliliters. I could have. I could. But I want you to see how these puzzle pieces work and the concept of dimensional. If you don't have something like the weights or the metric units don't match, then you can always put in a conversion, okay? So now I have hour at the bottom. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I have hour at the bottom. I need minutes at the bottom. So the last puzzle piece will be another conversion. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So everything is now gone except for drops on the top and minutes at the bottom. And we are at goal. So 20 times 1,000 times 1.5 divide 10 divide 60 equals 50 drops per minute. And you see how everything just fits together. Everything that has a unit is canceled out with another unit except for the goal. So you're like, oh, well, how do I know if it's complete? If I messed up, if I did it right, everything will cancel out. Even if you try to put something in there that does not belong, it won't fit or it won't cancel out. So it's kind of hard to mess it up. Versus desire over have, if you're not really good at math, you can kind of miss some steps on some things. Like if it's for hours and they want minutes and you don't know whether to multiply by 60, divide by 60, you know what I'm saying? Move the decimal this way, move the decimal that way. So that's why I kind of just want to show you that it's different. Go y'all. Hey, I see you. I use Chat GPT. I don't know anything about nursing. David, Chat GPT be messing up. Ain't that crazy? I was just talking to a student earlier. She was like, Chat GPT told me that this was the answer, but it's not the answer. And I was like, did Chat GPT put together them puzzle pieces? Nope. Okay. Try it again, Jaleesa. Will you be holding lives on IG when TikTok is gone? I have never went live on IG, actually. I went live on Facebook a couple of times, but never IG. Could be a possibility. You said Fanbase is a good app. So should I get on Fanbase, y'all? Is it like TikTok? Is it like this? Like, can we parlay like this? Because that's what I like the community about it. No, we like TikTok. I like TikTok too, but they trying to take it away from us. Clapper. I heard Clapper was kind of like TikTok mixed with Pinterest. I don't know. Chat GPT will be incorrect sometimes. Can't be trusted. Exactly. Exactly. It's very similar. It's black owned. Okay, cool. It's invite only? Well, who gonna invite me then? The goal is drops per minute on this question. Oh, I don't even know. Okay, let's see. YouTube or Instagram. Okay. So yeah, definitely be on YouTube. For Zoom, I do my private tutoring sessions on Zoom. And then like any workshops that I had, because I had like one that started back in school for August, and I had a big workshop. We did it on Zoom. The IV course, we did it on Zoom. So Zoom, yeah, Zooms are good, but yeah. I can only have like up to so many people on there at one time too. So I don't know. I meant to say you're live on to YouTube. Okay, Evelyn, I got you. Because I got accepted to my program and I will need this. I'm not going away. I am not going away. Y'all make sure you follow the socials that's in the bio. I'm not going away. This does not stop because one monkey does not stop a show. Okay? All right. I'm heading into mid-surge too. Okay, cool. You got 50? All right. All right, all right. Okay, so what is this? Drug X. Okay, this is a good one too. Drug X, 1 gram in 50 milliliters, normal saline, IV, administered over 30 minutes. Okay. The drop factor is 15 drops per milliliter. A nurse sets the flow rate at how many drops per minute. Okay, so this one, the goal I see is drops per minute. Okay. So, what is the volume? Okay, because remember, we're looking for volume over time, right? You said you hope I never go away. Oh, I'm glad I can help. I'm so honored, y'all. Defeating dosage. That's what we're doing. TikTok has a backup app, which is Lemonade. They say that's going away too because this is by ByteDance. I'm gonna see you on YouTube because IG and Facebook active. Well, politics. All right. So look, the volume is 50 mLs. Okay. What is the time? I'm on the pre-med track and I'm doing this in my chemistry classes. Okay, pre-med, come on, Dr. Realistic Reality. You're welcome. Okay, 30 minutes, right? So we have a drop factor too, because remember, this is by gravity. So you have to have a drop factor. And all a drop factor is how many drops are in the chamber? This drip, 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 drip. How many drops does it take to give 1 milliliter of medicine or solution? That's all a drop factor is. Okay. So how we're going to set this up? We're going to start with what we're looking for. So 15 drops per ml times 50 milliliters. Oh, and what do we have on the top and on the bottom? Yes, it's that easy. It is. It is that easy. That's it. So 15 times 50 divided by 30. And then I've got 25 drops per minute up in this camp. Thank you for the follows. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate y'all double tapping that screen for me. Everybody good? We good on this one? So let me tell you something. You see how we use the goal to kind of get those puzzle pieces, right? Because we got volume on the top and time on the bottom. So volume over time. So nobody said anything about this piece of fluff. So do you see, if it's not asking you for grams, micrograms, milligrams, it's just looking for volume over time, put volume over time. And that's how you use your goal to pick your puzzle pieces out and to kind of weed through the fluff too. Yep. Thank you for subscribing. They normally put extra stuff. Exactly. You don't have to confirm no, you don't have to convert the minutes. I went blank. I glitched out. You don't have to convert the minutes to hours because it's already in minutes. And what do we want at the bottom? Minute. We already had a puzzle piece with minute in there, so no conversion was needed. Jesus loves you. He does. He loves you too. Jesus is my homie. We be kicking it all the time. Can we get the likes up while you show your workbook? Heck yeah, Jen. You ain't said nothing but a word. So, yeah, get them likes up. I'll show you my workbook. Y'all want to see the workbook? I'll show you the workbook. I'll show you some pieces of it. Oh, buddy bop. We'll take a brief intermission here, okay? So, I'll get the workbook put up. Hey. That's the front of it. It's cute, ain't it? Oh, it looks like me. It's all puzzle pieces in pink, right? So in there, so this is from the metric section. So you see how I put the goal. It's green. It shows you what goes on top, what needs to cross out on bottom. How do you do each step? And then you got little cute puzzle pieces that give you hints, okay? And then you got over 300 plus practice problems, and you can write in the book. It's a PDF version and it's a physical version. So if you have like Notability or Good Notes, or like I'm using my Photos apps in on my iPad, you can write on it digitally or in the book. 350 problems, and you got the answers too. So we go over the puzzle piece method. That's my method. So I show you what it is, what your puzzle pieces are, how you set up your puzzle, the parts of an order, because that's really important, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the questions. So I tried my darndest to just kind of explain, okay, this is what you use, this is what's in there. This is what you need to pick out. Be leery of this. Make sure you pay attention to that. So then you got your reference charts that's in there, how to round, because a lot of people get points taken off because you don't round right or you don't label. And then you got your military time, your conversions, and all of your practice questions, your orals, your reconstitution, flow rate, drop per minute, completion time, bolus. Heparin bolus. A lot of people don't like heparin bolus, but I break it down. How do you do the bolus and how you do the drip. And then you've got all your practice problems. You got your weight-based problems, your mics per kilogram per minute, your OB maternal, and then your pediatric safe dose range, okay? And then, of course, my socials. And then stuff like this. The dose versus day, because a lot of people are kind of stuck on which part do you use. Is it dose? Is it day? And how do I know? So I tried to put it as simple as I could in words. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the book. That is the book. That is the book, y'all. Well, part of the book. So it is available on my site. All right, let's do a microgram per kilogram per minute, and then let's do some safe dose range. Y'all like that? Okay, what y'all saying? Ooh, I missed what you were saying. I missed it. Thank y'all for 16K. Or the book, looking forward to receiving it. Thank you, blessings. Pre-Rick, seeing life forever. 20K likes. Wait, okay, it's going so fast. Does it have the answers to? Yes. Does it have input, output? No. It has your conversions though. And that's what mainly input, output is. So just to know, if you get the PDF version, you get all of the updates like forever and ever, amen, until you don't want them. So yes. I'm thinking about adding some stuff to it. I don't know. The problems we've been doing. Do you think I'll be doing this in school for PE? Yes, some of them, yes. Hard stuff like this one, which is like critical, your critical drips, you won't get that until you bridge to RN. I have not seen a PN program. It could be different, so don't take it as the word, as the gospel, okay? Because they might throw some stuff in there on you. But yeah. You're so sweet that you're sharing it. But thank you. Can we do bolus and titration? We didn't do a heparin bolus. We just did that other little funky problem, didn't it? So that was titration, what we did earlier. We could do a heparin one. Do you think it's important to be a CNA first? Nope, I don't. It'll help, but what you have to do when you're like in a healthcare position and you go in nursing, you have to kind of erase everything that you know and start on a clean slate. Like your skills and like your patient care stuff is going to be very beneficial. Your exposure to hospital culture, to the jargon and medical terminology and language, all of that is going to be important, but you have to quit thinking like the CNA or the tech. You have to think as the LPN or the RN. And that could be difficult to separate when you're still working in that position, if that makes sense. Medical assistant, I mean, any kind of medical background would be beneficial to start school because you know the language, you know the culture, you being exposed to it. But like I said, you have to change your mindset because you are going into a totally different role. Nurses have much more autonomy than because they're licensed personnel, they have much more autonomy and a bigger scope of practice, okay? That you have to differentiate between what you're doing now and what you're going to school for, okay? Oh, thank you so much. I'm not lying in the least bit. I tried to put the hay where the goats can get it, okay? All right. So a client, this was my favorite type of problems. Okay. So a client who weighs 62 kilograms is receiving an infusion of drug M at 55 milliliters per hour. The IV solution is labeled with the concentration of drug M 250 milligrams per 500 milliliters. How many mics per kilogram per minute is the client receiving? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. All right, y'all. So, what's the goal? I'm struggling in med surg. Yeah, med surg is a beast. Like that's your basis of like all the rest of what nursing will come off of. So you have your foundation, then you have med surg, right? You only do videos on dosage calculations. I've watched a few videos, but I'm still fairly unique. Yes, dosage calc is my baby, and she is very needy. I struggled with letting go of the ME, and understanding. Okay, Denise, it's definitely a role change. All right, so the goal here is microgram per kilogram per minute. Okay, so our micrograms will go on the top. Our kilograms and minutes will go on the bottom. All right, note. It does not have to go in the exact order of kilogram and minute on the bottom, just as long as they are on the bottom, okay? All right. Can you transfer an Associate of Science into a BSN? It depends on the programs. What you need to do is reach out to Larissa, Night Nurse 305 TB. She is the master of all stuff, nursing school, nursing programs, this degree, that degree, all of that. She helps a whole bunch of students out. Night Nurse 305 TV. Her name is Nurse Larissa. How does my tutoring work? You go on my website, which is linked in my bio, abrntutoring.com, and you sign up for a slot. And it's via Zoom. And you tell me what it is that you want to focus on, and we get it done. Eventually I want to be an MA. I'm studying pharmacy technicians first. That's fine. That's awesome. I was a pharm tech before I was an LPN. You are so supportive in all aspects and always putting people on. God blesses those who bless others. Do you hear me? And we're not gatekeeping. I want everybody to win. I want you to pass dosage calculations. I want you to pass chemistry. I want you to pass T's. I want you to pass HESI. I want the nurses to come. Okay? All right. So listen, back to the problem. Y'all quit asking me questions. I passed the dosage quizzes. Oh, I'm gonna miss doing this. Come on, congratulations. All right, y'all. All right. What are our puzzle pieces? 62 kilograms. All right, is the patient's weight. We got it going at 55 milliliters per hour. And then the medicine is in 250 mgs per 500 mLs. All right, show of hands. If you think that you can solve this problem by using our puzzle piece method, like you're confident, put a 1 in the chat. If it's just a straight up no, put a 2. If it's an in between, put a 1.5. Let's see. Okay, I see some ones. Put your finger in the air if you the one, girl. Vivian, a 2. I thought you was gonna take 1. Okay, all right, 1.5. Okay. So once we walk through it, you're gonna be like, oh wow. Okay, so look, what is the top goal? What's the top goal? microgram, right? Do we have micrograms? Mm-mm. What is my rule? I said always start with what it is that we're looking for, right? Come on, Betty. Yes, Betty. Yes, Betty. I see you, Betty. Exactly. We don't have micrograms, but we have milligrams. So we can start with the conversion. All right. So 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. Okay, so that's the first goal. Boom. All right, now we can do our milligrams, right? So 250 mgs over 500 ml. Milligrams crosses out. Now we have milliliters, so we'll do our 55 milliliters per hour. They cross out too. All right, so we got hour at the bottom. We need minute at the bottom. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay, so that's goal number 2. Now the last goal is the kilograms. Where are we going to put the kilograms? Are we going to put them on the top or are we going to put them on the bottom? Yes, 62 kgs. I just got some chills because, man, yes, y'all got it. And now we have the goal. No math until now. And you see, we've been doing these problems the same way the whole night. So we'll do 1,000 times 250 times 55. The ones I don't put in because they don't make a difference. You want to put the ones in your calculator? Go ahead. So divide. Look at that big old number. Look at that number. It's big. All those zeros. So you have to write all of that down, right? So now I hit divide. So then I'm going to do 500 divide 60 divide 62 and then equals. Answer. It is fun. It's fun once you get the hang of the puzzle pieces and putting it together according to the goal. It gets fun. You kind of have to stop yourself because you're like, okay, wait a minute, I'm at goal, and you want to keep on going. Like, no, stop at the goal. Don't give it. We only give it what it wants, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. All right, so now we have to round to the nearest tenth, okay? So if we go to the tenth place, 1 decimal place to the right is going to be 7.4 because 9 is that 5 or more, you raise the score, okay? So that's mics per kilogram per minute. It said, can you write down can you write down what you put in the calculator, the big numbers? Yeah, so basically what I did was 1,000 times 250 times 55. Divide, because that's it on the top line. 500 divide 60 divide 62 equals. And then you have your answer all inside the calculator at once. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. Okay, why is 62 on the bottom? 62 is what? Kilograms, right? What did the goal say to do with the kilograms? Is it on the top or is it on the bottom? It's on the bottom. So guess where I put it at? The bottom. The goal tells you how to set up your problems. So if you're having problems with dimensional analysis, knowing where to start with the goal. Everything else behind it has to cancel or cross out. If you have these like elements like this one where we had to find units per kilogram per hour for that heparin problem, if you were here for that, or for this one, how many micrograms per kilogram per minute, um when you have one on the top and two on the bottom, what is on the top? You start with what's on the top, so then you work your way through crossing and canceling out until you just get your puzzle pieces in place. And this is the picture on the puzzle box, is the goal. And we got kgs. I do have a YouTube. It's a blessed RN. It's the same handle. Yep. um I'll have to go over conversions. Yes, definitely go to look over your conversions. That'll definitely help you with dosage calculations. Once you understand the question and know the household metrics, you'll be able to set the problem up. You're right. Can you please redo it all? Oh my gosh. Are you able to multiply 50 times 60 times 62 to get a number? Yes. So I just showed you how to do the calculator trick where you didn't have to write it down. But if you want to do it that way, that's fine. Whatever way that's comfortable for you, that's going to get you through, okay? So if you do that, if you multiplied all of your numbers across the top and then wrote that number down, then you would do all of your numbers on the bottom, write that number down, then divide the top by the bottom, okay? Oh, thank you, Yashika. You're amazing. You're amazing. I start nursing next week, and I'm already looking at your tutoring availability. Well, we'll do it. I promise you, we'll do it. Keep your goal for first. That's right, Toy Toy. They play too much with heparin protocols and MAG protocols and DA exams. Yeah, I think most of that is like for clinical practice. What you have to see is if it falls in that protocol and if it needs to be titrated up or titrated down. So remember what I said, titrate was big word for change the IV rate, okay? You're welcome, BB Julie Vega. Will you be live on YouTube simultaneously? I am right now on YouTube simultaneously. So once we get done studying, you will be able to watch the replay. What's prac safe? Can we do another question? Yeah, we'll do another one. Yay for the new nursing cohorts. Yay! I'm so nervous and I'm scared to start. Okay, see, you don't broke the rules. So when we come in here, this is a no fear, no tear zone. God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a little power on the sound mind. Okay? So no, fear is not conducive to learning. It is not conducive to anxiety. It's not good for your body. It's not good, period. Pooh. Okay? So, no fear, no tears. We do puzzles here. Okay? Not even math. Claire Fear said, "You're stuck with me." Yes, yes, yes. We're stuck. That's why I want to connect with y'all besides TikTok since it's going away. I want to see the new nurses graduating. I want to see y'all getting pinned. I want to see y'all graduating. Like, I've meet so many awesome people and I would love to see your nursing journey. I've been a nurse for 15 years and I believe in pouring back into the new nurses that's coming behind. Save dose, right? That's what we said we're gonna do. Save dose. Okie dokie. What's this? All right, let's do it. Do you ever, in the name of Jesus, yes, amen. Do you do math while working in the field? Yes, Jocelyn. I have titrated what's called bivalirudin. It's kind of like a cousin to heparin. For some reason, the patient couldn't take heparin or Lovenox. They had to take bivalirudin. And it had to be titrated by the 20% of something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. And I was like, what? And so I did the math. And then I showed the unit educator. And she was like, yeah, that's right. And we called pharmacy and they was like, yep, that's what you're supposed to change it to. Had never seen that, none in my lifetime. But you see where it comes in to work. If you want to be a travel nurse, or if you want to be an agency nurse, you can't just go to these people's facilities and not know nothing. They're going to give you a test, and guess what's going to be on it? Dosage calculations. Okay, if the system goes down, you get cyber attacked and you're back on paper, no computers to be found. What are you going to use? your brain. Okay. So yes. You do dosage calculations in real life. And especially I think pediatric nurses, they do a lot. I'm not a peds nurse. I don't like being mean to the babies. I couldn't get any work done. So I was med surg, ortho, long-term care, school nurse. I was all of that. So I didn't do peds. Nephrology, yeah. You're in your last semester. Congratulations. Do I ever use desired over half? I always, Kyle. I always use these puzzle pieces. Okay. So I don't believe in switching back and forth. I believe in learning one way and doing all of your problems the same way. Because that's how you get better at this. Because I know y'all looking at me like she just flying through these problems. This didn't happen overnight. Yeah. I'm like that now, but you have to practice. And I suggest practicing the same way. You see how we've done all of these problems the same method, the same way? First, what's the goal? Second, what's the puzzle pieces? Third, start the puzzle. And then you get used to doing it that way. So I don't flip flop. I need an appointment. Level 4, last med-cal exam on Sunday. 5/20/2025 RN coming. The nurses are coming. Just send me, you can go on the website and there's some availability. And if you don't see anything, just send me a message. Let me get my calculator. I don't want no relatives in maths at all. Med-cal test on Tuesday. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna answer the rest of it. Let's get this out the way. Doctor orders 200 milligrams of drug A every 8 hours. The child weighs 50 pounds. The safe dose range is 5 to 10 milligrams per kilogram per dose. What is the safe dose range for this child, and is the dose safe? All right, so let's bring out the colors. And yes, I do have colors in the book too. Because we need to break it down, right? So this is the order, okay? So we're not going to touch that because that's what we're going to figure out if it is safe or not. So we need to know what's safe. We need to know the green zone, which is safe, and we need to know the red zone, which is not safe, okay? We do that by using the safe dose range. And it's going to tell us how many milligrams per kilogram per dose. You see how I highlighted that dose part? That could easily say day. So this is how much you would be able to give per dose. And it's asking for safe dosage range, and if this dose is safe. So that's what we're going to be looking for. How many milligrams per dose is safe, okay? All right, so our patient weighs 50 pounds. And the least that we can give them is 5 milligrams per kilogram per dose. So we will use this information to figure out the lower limit, okay? So I'm going to start with what I've been looking for, the same way that I've done all of these other ones, right? So it'll be 5 mg per kg per dose. Now I've got to get rid of kilograms because you see milligram is at the top. Dose is at the bottom, okay? So I'll do 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. And then I will put my 50 pounds on the top. And just because it's by itself, it does not equal a day. It does not equal a minute. It does not equal an hour. 50 pounds is 50 pounds. Stop trying to put stuff together. Sometimes stuff is just by itself and you can leave it by itself, especially your weight, okay? All right, so then everything is gone except for milligram per dose. So we'll do 5 times 50 divided by 2.2. Well, my calculator was off. 5 times 50 divided by 2.2. And it's like 113.6 milligrams per dose. And then we'll do the same setup for the most that they can receive, okay? That's the upper limit. So 10 milligrams per kilogram per dose times your 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. And you see people say, well, aren't you supposed to convert the weight and then do this and this and that and the third? Why? Why, when the equation will do it for you? Work smart, not hard. I pull up my calculator one time. All right. 10 times 50 divided by 2.2. All right. I'm going to wake up so serious one day and it's going to scare everybody. I promise you. 227.3. Okay. Milligrams per dose. All right. So look. The least that they can receive is this. The most that they can receive is this. So that is the green zone. Anything that is less than or more than is not safe. So 200 milligrams, that is one dose, okay? Because it's 200 milligrams that they want to give every 8 hours. So that's one dose. And that's what we're looking for, milligrams per dose. So 200 milligrams is ordered. Is that in the green zone or is it in the red zone? One time. It's safe. Exactly. Okay. So that is the safe dose range. Boom. So that's question one. And is it safe? Somewhere up in there. So it is safe. Okay. I need you in my head for dosage calculations today. Some people say they heard me in their test, and I was like, oh gosh. I don't like listening to like the videos back. I don't like listening to myself. Like even when I sing or something, I don't like listening to myself. The board is so far away. What board? Um. Okay, let me see about what y'all been asking me because I was too busy looking down. Um, 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 um. I'm trying to go all the way. Somebody say you look so young to be so experienced. Yes, thank God. Cause nursing has made me a no limit soldier thug. I swear. I've been a nurse for 15 years. Oh, that tickled me. I'm so tickled. Okay. When writing it out, can you count a 1 second in between words? I'm writing too, and you're fast. Okay, Sierra, I'm sorry. I get excited. I get really amped up about this because I like this and I like helping folks. So I get excited. But if you want to look at the replay, because it will be available on the YouTube just as soon as we get done studying, you can. And then everything is there. So I always post my replays to the YouTube channel so that you can have them. I've got example problems on pediatric safe dose range videos. I've got those milliliters per hour. I got drops per minute. I got your metric conversions, how to memorize your metric conversions. Because you know me, I like to put things like it's a puzzle piece analogy. I got cookies for your grams, micrograms, and kilograms. Like, I don't know. Tips on passing fundamentals. Okay, we'll talk about fundamentals in just a second. I'm gonna get done with dosage first, okay? Just hold on for me. All right, all right. Hey Amara, how you doing? You started yet? We trying to keep up. Okay, Lord, so far away. Can you do a question converting units to milliliters? So units to milliliters, like where you have a drug concentration and you're trying to see how many milliliters it is? You're gonna miss my lives. Where am I going? TikTok is going, but that doesn't stop me. So if you want to continue studying with me after the fume, I'm from Alabama. Where are y'all from? I know you probably could pick it up. But after the funeral of TikTok, or if it is one, I don't know. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't know. But if it is not here, that does not stop what I am doing, what God has given me to do. Okay. All right. Can I do IV? I did IV drip rates. You can watch the replay earlier for more. And if you are still confused about drip rates, I do have an IV course that's on my site. And of course, the workbook has over 300 plus practice problems. And then there are videos on the YouTube as well. If you guys have an iPad, pad or a laptop, it shows bigger. Okay. Infusion time. Okay, we'll do it infusion time. I'm confusing myself. Why wasn't the goal milligram per kilogram per dose? Because you were trying to see, was the doctor's order safe? So of a patient, and you got a weight-based drug. So your milligram per kilogram per dose is different than my milligram per kilogram per dose because we two different sizes, right? So this patient has this, and we need to see what is allowed. There's an upper limit and a lower limit for that medicine, and we're trying to see if what the doctor or provider has ordered fits in there, because if it's not enough, it won't work. If it's too much, it's Britney Spears, toxic, slipping under. Okay. Um, you're amazing. Thank you. God is good. Why didn't you do anything with the kilograms? I converted the pounds to kilograms. Uh, yes, I converted the pounds to kilograms. So those were canceled out. I had to make sure. Oregon Coast. You're from Alabama, Ty? Hey, Birmingham. Okay, you're not too far. The dose of 200 milligrams every 8 hours is safe. Yes, David. You put that in chat. Cheap. Yeah, chat. I can't even be petty. That's what I get. Chat GPT. Or did you do it yourself? You say you used Chat GPT earlier. Oh my gosh. The one, okay, this one is dimensional. All of them have been dimensional, Nicole. That's what I do here. Like, I'll show like different methods if somebody asks me to do it, but I really heavily push the puzzle piece method. That's my analogy. That's my puzzle piece, how we're putting this together with no math, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, dimensional analysis way, okay? So it's dimensional analysis, and you're just putting together your pieces. If it's small on the phone, try to rotate the screen. Okay, method works. Yup, I declare. Why did you not use 200 milligrams when multiplying? Okay, Jaleesa. So this, remember I said don't touch that. Don't touch it. Okay, that's what you are going to compare to. So you are finding the litmus paper, right? And you're dipping that and you're comparing it to what pops up. So you're trying to see if it is in the green zone or if it's in the red zone. This is what's ordered. We're trying to see if that's safe to give to the patient. So you don't do anything with the ordered amount at first. Okay, you use that. You might have to multiply it by the frequency if it asks for a daily dose. This one just asked for a single dose. So 200 milligrams was one single dose. So that's what it was ordered. We just saw where did it fit once we seen what was the lowest amount that they can have and what was the most that they can have. I'm gonna cry when they delete TikToks. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all go now. Go now. Go now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been on my YouTube for 2 years almost. Oh my gosh, it's been 2 years. Oh my gosh. It's been 2 years since I've been on YouTube. I promise. And so the lives are there too. Okay. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm on Facebook as well, and I'm on Instagram. Am I gonna be boycotting Meta? I don't like Facebook. I don't like Instagram, but I'm there because where there are nursing students, there is a need for dosage calculation breakdown. So I'm there where the folks need me. Okay, I would be petty and unsubscribe and undownload and all that too because of all the politic and whatever. But anyways, I am there where I am needed. So these lives aren't going anywhere just because TikTok. Now, if you're not on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, then yeah, they might be gone for you. And all of my links are in my bio. Okay, we got ATL, Florida, Louisiana. Why is this thing not going? Hold on. Okay, sorry y'all. I had to put the puzzle piece in to show that I was still active. Okay, you subscribed on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for the likes, the follows, and the subscriptions. Do you have a YouTube video where you break down? Yep, I sure do. I break down the dimensional analysis and I show you the parts of an order so that you can use. Good night, Nurse C and the gang. Good night, Glam Fears. So funny we're learning this right now. I need to get the book because some problems come quick and some you get stuck. Okay. You use Chat GPT. Is my YouTube name the same as TikTok? Yes, it is. I'm a blessed RN on all social media platforms except for Instagram. You got to put some dots in there. So a.blessed.rn. But all of them are linked in my bio. All of them. Okay, so the 200 milligrams is just where we can see if it's within the range. Yes, Jaleesa. Is this the end of the live? I was gonna do one more. What's it called? Time completion question because somebody asked me to do one, and then I was gonna be it. Dimensional analysis the best way to solve the problem, especially when they get complicated. Ditto. Do you have a YouTube? Okay, I think I answered that. I added a problem from my book in the chat. Okay, I don't see it. That makes much sense. If I buy a book online, will it save my work or does it erase it? It's yours. So however you save the PDF, like if you have it on Notability or GoodNotes, you write on it and it saves it. I guess I don't have GoodNotes. I don't have Notability. I have GoodNotes, and when I write on it, it saves it. Your study being CNA. Okay, congratulations. I start back on my 6th term with dosage quiz. Hey, turn up. I just need to work on vital signs. Yep. Okay, I see it. 8 units per kilogram per hour. Weight is 45 kilograms. On hand is 20,000. Is it units? In 500 mLs. So find milliliter per hour. Y'all on YouTube, I'm sorry. I see both. I see your comments and I see the TikTok comments because we're on both platforms. Oh Lord. So yeah, somebody's phone number's out there. Oh man. Okay, so this is one of the questions from the chat, and then I'll do a what's it called? Time completion, and then that'll be it for the study session. Okay. All right. So what is ordered is 8 units per kilogram per hour. The weight of the patient is 45 kilograms. And what's on hand, so available, is 20,000 unites per 500 mLs. Whoa, it moved on me. 500 mLs. So the question is milliliter per hour. Okay, so the goal is milliliter per hour, right? So we'll start with our milliliters. 500 ml unites. Yes. All right, so 20,000 units, right? 8 units per kg per hour. My husband, he fussed at me. He was like, say what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. 45 kilograms over 1. And then that's milliliter per hour. I do have a YouTube channel, Steph. It is a blessed RN. All right, so 500 times 8 times 4 to 5 divided by 20,000. 9 mLs per hour. Okay. So you see, you just same way that we've been doing it all night. You're welcome, Miss Denise Reyes. You're welcome. Last thing, I said I was going to do a completion. Y'all let me know what you want to see on Work It Out Wednesday. So we'll be back live on both channels. So on the YouTube channel and the TikTok. Oh, y'all got me 24K. Thank you. 24 karat magic in the air. Hey. Y'all let me know what you want to see on Wednesday night in the chat. All right. If you have any other questions, my email is in my bio. It's on my website as well. I try to get to everybody in a timely manner. You see, I had to work today. I had to go take one of my vehicles to get maintenance. So I'm working. So give me a second if I don't get right back to you. My work phone number is also on my website. I do answer it. So if you cannot get me via email, you may send a text or you may call it. Okay. I am in Central Standard Time. You're welcome, Daphne Brown. What I'm looking for, completion time. Completion time. Do. That one looks too easy. I want one that's got like the drops in it. Because these look so easy. Oh well, let's just do this one, okay? I'll put a harder one in on Wednesday. Am I a teacher? No, I don't teach. I have a bachelor's of science in nursing. I don't have a master's in nursing education. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about fundamentals. I'm gonna finish this and then we'll talk about fundamentals in a second. Yes, I do text. All right. So the nurse observes 450 mLs left in the bag that is infusing at 55 milliliters per hour. How much longer for the infusion to be complete? We need to answer in hours and minutes, okay? This much left. It's going this fast. How are we going to find how long it takes, right? So when we have completion time, our unit of measure needs to be time, right? So it's going to be hour, okay? Addison, this is for dosage calculations. It might be in your fundamentals. It might be part of your pharmacology. It's going to be all in and up and throughout your nursing program. So it doesn't ever go away. So our goal needs to be in hours. And it's not hours and minutes like this is telling us to. We're going to find hours because when we get the answer, you're going to get a whole number and you might get a decimal. Okay. So that number behind the decimal is going to be your minutes. That whole number is going to be the hours. Okay. So you get hours and minutes. Down here, we good? Yeah. All right. So 450 mLs is a puzzle piece because that's how much is left in the bag. It's going at 55 milliliters per hour. Okay, so that's all it gave us, right? All right, let's put the puzzle pieces together. What is the goal? That's what we're looking for, right? Boom. Hour over 55 ml. I have not deviated from the plan. I always start with what I'm looking for. So the rest of the units I know will have to go, okay? So, boom. Hour is right there. Now we have milliliters on the bottom, so I'll put my other puzzle piece of 450 milliliters, and it's just by itself. It doesn't equal to anything, so I put it over 1, okay? So everything is gone now except for hours. So 450 divided by 55 is going to be 8.1818181818, right? So this part is your hours. This part is your minutes. In order to find out what 0.18 minutes is, we'll take the numbers behind the decimal and multiply it by 60 because there are 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, so we'll do 0.18 times 60 equals, and that's going to be 10.8. So we'll round this to the nearest whole number, which is going to be 11. So it'll take 8 hours and 11 minutes to finish completing. See, you can use dimensional analysis for almost all kinds of dosage calculations problems. The ones that it doesn't really work with is BSA, because it's a formula for that. Your pediatric fluid volume maintenance, because once again, it's a specific formula for that. Tube feeding, it kind of can, but ratio and proportion would be easier. It's different. And Parkland burn formula, because once again, it's a formula for that. So those are like the little handful, the exceptions, but the rest of it, we do it the same way. All right. Thank y'all for the follows and shares and likes. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm trying to see what y'all saying. Did I change kgs to pounds? Not on this one. I didn't have any kgs to change. Do NCLEX test dosage problems? They have very little dosage on there. It might be on there. Like I only had one, and it was on my PN and on my RN, and they were like the most basic ones. But I don't know how much is gonna be on there, but it's usually not a lot. The infusion will take approximately 8 hours. And David McGill, you and your chat GPT answers. All right. Yeah. The first parts of it, but as you get but it gets more complex. Yeah. I'm currently a math teacher and you're changing careers. Okay, cool. Why can't it be 18 minutes? Okay, so this cannot be 18 minutes because that's a decimal, right? We know that decimals are based off of like the tens, hundreds, thousands, right? So that means that this is, so if it was a percent, right, it'll be 18 out of 100. Okay, so that is 18ths, 18ths, right? So those are smaller pieces. It's not the whole thing. It's not 1 minute. Okay, so you have to multiply it by 60. So say if it was 18.5, we know that 0.5 is half, right? So that means that half of 100, so half of an hour would be 30 minutes. So this one, if we have 60 minutes, is the whole hour, because this is part of the hour, not the whole hour. That's what a minute is. It's part of the hour. So that's why you have to multiply it by 60 to find how many minutes is 0.18. So I'm just showing you here the math reason behind it, so you know I'm just not talking out my head. So that is the reasoning why you have to divide, well, not divide, multiply it by 60. So that's 11 minutes, okay? Thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. Y'all are welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I would have never thought to convert 0.18. Yup. Where can we find your email or your phone number? All of it's in the link in my bio. And if you go to my website, the ABRN tutor, which is in the link in my bio, ABRN, like A blessed RN, tutoring.com. That is where you can find my email. You have my work office number, which I answer. There are tutoring sessions that you may book. And then if you like want to have a small cohort session, like up to 5 people, then it's one set price and you just divvy it among everybody who participates in. So you're like, hey, kind of on a budget, but I need some private tutoring, got some friends, it's cheaper with friends. So that's an option too. I got quizzes with the videos linked to the quizzes, so you can see exactly what to do. Then, of course, the workbook is there, digital format and physical format. My school rounds to the 10th. If the whole number is one or more, how would you get the minutes? So yeah, you just and see, this is repeating that 1818181. It goes on forever. So I just use up to like 2 digits behind the decimal because if it's significant enough to be rounded, it'll show. Okay, so you don't need to write all of those 50 million digits behind there because they keep going forever. So you just use that tens place and the hundreds place. 0.18 times 60, and you see how it was like a 10.8. That's almost 11 rounded to the whole number. So every time there's a decimal, we're breaking it down by multiplying by 60, because minutes is in hours. Exactly, Liv. Exactly. To get the actual minutes. Exactly. Exactly. P. Hey, P. Look, it's getting late. Y'all, I got it. Tomorrow is Monday. And you know who's going to be calling these folks who had to reschedule because we were snowed in? Um, okay, so I asked y'all, see, this is what happens. I say, what do you want to study on Wednesday? Nobody says nothing. Then I get on Wednesday, can you do? Y'all let me know. Um, okay, on YouTube. What if it was 0.56? Are we still multiplying by 60? Exactly. You will always multiply the numbers behind the decimal by 60 because there are 60 minutes in an hour. And we're trying to see how many minutes that equals because that's 0.56. That's a little bit over half. So it'll tell you how many minutes exactly. All right, so what? Okay, somebody said OB and P's. Wait a minute, let me get my little pen here. All right, OB and P's. So I'm assuming that's safe dose range. Do I help with respiratory, metabolic acidosis, and alkalosis? That's not exactly my street that I drive down, but we can go around the avenue and try to see if we can break it and make sense. You're the best. Much love from Oregon Coast. Oh, thank you. All right, from the West Coast. I have to be work at 6:30. Night night, Toy Toy. Thank you for tuning in, lady. Hope I made some things clear for you. Thank you so much. Do you have YouTube? Liv, I do have a YouTube. I have a YouTube. Y'all, I have a YouTube. It is for you. I'm adding stuff to it all the time. And of course the replays are on there. So if you missed a question or you're like, dang, I came in late, don't sneak at work and get fired now. Because y'all still need to pay your rent and your tuition and your books and all of that stuff. Okay. So just go on the replay. You have a question, email me. I'm here. All right. So maternity, peds, and IV infusion. IV infusion. Okay. And oh, you got a test tomorrow, Fayley. I pray you do. I pray you do well. How to break down NCLEX questions. Okay, so who you need to see is the boot nurse. The boot nurse. His name is Nurse Kevin. He's on here. He's on YouTube. He's on IG. He goes live, I think, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 Central Time because he's in Texas. Yes, he's in Texas. So those are the times that he goes live. So what you want to do is follow him, attend his live session. He's an NCLEX strategist. So that's exactly what he does. Exactly, Nurse Kevin. He is an absolute gem. Dose versus day problems. Ooh, that's a good one. Dose and day. Drop factor, so drops per minute. How to read and break down NCLEX questions. I don't do that. Tablet. Okay. And save those. Reconstitution. Yeah, here y'all go. Now we're cooking with fire. Good night, Toy Toy. IV bolus. Bolus. IV bowl. Okay, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. BSA and military time. Look, y'all, I'm doing the whole workbook on Wednesday. Look like. Sheesh. Y'all rigging me dry. Heparin bolus problems, the two parts. Oh, okay. So the heparin, the bolus, and the drip. That's what that sounds like. All right, good night. Y'all do be safe. Yes. Oh, Reconstitution OB. Okay. All right. All right. So I am going to stop the stream on the YouTube. YouTubers, thank you so much for tuning in and participating in the lives. I appreciate it. Y'all have an excellent week at school and make sure you tune in on Wednesday.